Whoop. We're back. Sorry about that. That was twice as long as it usually is. And you didn't have music for the first half because Starfield decided, no, we're not going to play any music at this particular point in the game. What can you do about that, eh? Alright, well, let's hop back to it, where we'll do that, and we'll just, wait to see that it catches up. It does, excellent. So yeah, because there was no music, I went back to the main menu, so you could have some music, because that's how generous I am. I mean, and other noises. Alright, we destroyed the thing, and here we are. So is our 3? 2 even? I can read. Let's scan it, see what we get. There's one trait, a bunch of resources, and some things. Oh, natural archways. Is that where we're going? Looks like it. Okay. It's an extreme environment. Don't forget to put on your things. Spacesuits.
Hydrocarbons in abundance. Let us see how they have arranged themselves.
Reach the location. Presumably that location? What's that? Oh, that's chlorine. Wait, talk to Andrasia. Alright, okay. Hey! Oh, are these the archers? Oh, right, they're right here next to us. Oh, I scanned cobalt? I scanned cobalt. Good, I got 2 of 7. Okay, I don't need to do scanning or anything, I just need to talk to you. Hey.
There is little I can offer to show you how much I care. How much you mean to me.
The fact that you're
Whatever House
on this
Varun
planet
deems
without a
proper
spacesuit
could
is enough.
not work, because you are not House Varun. And whatever marriage traditions you might have would not be appropriate for me.
That doesn't make any sense. But alright. I don't need a ceremony or a party or anything else, have you?
And I love you for feeling that way. But I did think of something.
What?
This
You wanna do it?
place, where we stand now, is the first place I was brought upon leaving my city, Dasra. The first time I had ever left my home planet. As you know, I was never allowed to know the way back home. That frightened me. But at the same time, I was suddenly aware of
McDonald's
not
weddings,
just
yeah.
one planet, but a whole universe I had never seen. That is a feeling I had not experienced again until I met you.
I've always considered myself an entire universe of possibilities. Hey. That's a lot to live up to.
You have already done so. There is no need for you to worry.
I'm not worried, I'm just...
There is more. Buried here is something of great value to me. Something I wish you to have. It is best, I think, if you are the one to retrieve it.
Alright. Is it the bones of your parents? Oh, I can follow the marker. You're... How far away are you? We're a long way away. How did you... Did we... oh, right, okay, I just teleported here. Hold on 1 second. I'm looking for some copper. I mean, it says there's some here, but I don't see any blue deposits of copper. Oh, well. Oh! A xenogrub? Here? Hmm. Interesting.
What does your scanner reveal?
Lead. Oh. I missed it. Oh, is it this big mound? Rock pile. Dig. With my bare hands, I will tear it apart. Andrea's commitment gift. Added. Oh, advanced star. How many? I've got 206 of 210. What? Oh, because it added 20. Wait, did it add 25? No, wait. It was at 95 before. It added 15. That's right, yeah. Alright. Well, Advanced Star Aromas Pack, you are worse than what I currently have. Oh! It's a sort of knife. Made out of the bone of your parents. Anti-personnel, calibrated lawgiver. You do less damage than the other thing, so I don't want you really. Berserker's Barrow Knife. That might keep you for selling. Bampop Cherry. Hold on a second. I need to. Woo! I got some Bampop Cherry for us, and I got some chicks. And some cryo mines if you want those. I don't care about playing cards. I picked those up because they were a house of cards and I wanted to see if it would fall. And now we have a Space Adept Refined Kraken. I definitely don't want that, but I'll keep it as a thing. And a teal open grav plas helmet. You've got no stats. How can you have no stats? Alright. I give unto the ground what is given up. Some more stuff. Hey.
You hold in your hands the most treasured item I could give you.
Made from the servants? I didn't know you liked knives. I've never seen anything like this.
No. You certainly have not. There is a reason for that, and I hope when I explain why, you will understand.
Presume it's some sort of ceremony you guys have to go through to kill?
In my culture, every child is entrusted with a pet groat. They are domesticated creatures native to my planet. Smelly, cantankerous, but their milk is a staple of our diet. We raise the groat. We care for it, we milk it. And when we come of age, we slaughter the groat and fashion its skull into a dagger.
You turned your childhood pet into a weapon. I could never. That's intense. I would say, hey. I would like to say, hey, alright, that's what you do.
It is
I
a
guess.
lesson. Through this groat, we are shown the connection that we have to the Great Serpent. That all things serve the Serpent, and can be tools for his use, in more ways than one.
So this is incredibly personal to you. I'm not going to say that's a hell of a way to make a point, all those ones.
I am glad that you can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Every member of House Baroon has a dagger like this. We are instructed to keep them at our side at all times. The Great Serpent is always with us, as is the danger of those who defy and oppose him. But that constant connection to the Great Serpent is a liability to those of us sent out into the settled systems. So when we first leave our home, we hide it.
Here is one more way of going. This would definitely be difficult to explain to New Atlanta security. It's one more way of going undercover. I'm not going to say that because I completely understand.
Yes, precisely. So for years, this dagger has remained buried here, hidden from the world. But now, I believe you should have it. With it, I hope you can understand that I trust you completely. That I know you will care for this the way you care for me. And that we are connected in a way that is now truly unique in the settled systems. In all of creation. I love you, and I am yours. Wholly and completely.
Thank you for this. I will cherish it always. I don't have a skull dagger, but my heart is yours. This sure beats a boring wedding ceremony. I mean, I'm going to say I will cherish it always, but you don't know that this is unique. You don't know if other members of House Vron have done this. Because once they are out and undercover, you have no idea. They wouldn't communicate this back to their people. But yeah.
You are very welcome, and I know that you will. I would not have brought you here otherwise. Whew. Now, surely there is some other grand adventure that awaits us. We should go and meet it head on.
Starcrossed, reach maximum relationship level with a companion. There we go. And Andrasia said something, or it said Andrasia did something, and I can't see what it was, but thanks, hey.
Hello, love.
How are you feeling about our marriage? Not just our friendship or our relationship, but our
Do you
marriage.
want to hear me say that you make me deliriously happy? Because you do.
I don't know how to say this, but it isn't working. We need to end it.
Then I shall be sure and tell you more often, darling.
Ah. Well, there we go. Alright. Now, if we could just find our way back. Oh, a dung pile. Maybe I should have checked there for your impressive gifts to begin with. Ooh, 7 adhesive. You shouldn't have. Alright, let's run back to the Wonder Wall. See if we can scan things along the way. Oh, there's nothing in this biome. Oh well, let's see if we can find any resources then. Yeah, there are some resources, for
You
instance.
see anything useful?
Yeah, I saw something. Could have sworn I saw something red appear there for a second. No? Alright, okay. Yep, there's another resource. Nickel! Lead, nickel. What else have we got? Tell me which ones I am missing. You useless interface. Hey, I got all of the resources now. Alright, let's go to Indum 2. Maybe we'll come back here and survey this place as our honeymoon or something. I'll kick everybody else off the ship. We'll just come here, the two of us. No, not that. Miscellaneous? Quest items cannot be removed from your inventory. So I can never drop this. What I wanted to do, and it's got a weight. Never give the quest items weight. Not unless you're doing a quest where you need to be heavily weighed down by something. And then give it, infinite mass so that it can't do that. But now you're just using up 0.25 of my... Ugh. And I've got harvested organs. I'll have to put those back in case I get scanned. But yeah. And what I wanted to do was to drop it and then pick it up and set it there. So that I had a nice little place so that it would be right next to me every time I was flying. And if we got into a tense situation where I was zooming the ship left and right, it would rise up and smack me in the side of the head and possibly kill me. But whatever. No, not Wonderwall. Me. And aid. Have I got ship parts? Or did they go straight into the thing? Nope, no ship parts. Cool. Onwards.
Hope you've enjoyed your stay here. Get the hell out.
Wonder what Sarah would have had to say about this place. She's dead, dead, dead.
We're in orbit, Captain.
Here we are. What's in a junk field? Why do you keep taking off 2 points of my thing when I only need 1? Alright. Let's go to Indum. That's not very far away at all. Look at all these red places that I haven't been as well. Alright. Let's jump to Indom. There are those line of missiles that I've got there.
Look at that. A whole new set of stars.
Indom 2. Sorry. Can you tell me anything else? No. Okay, fine. Down we go. Fracking stations. You've got a civilian outpost here and nobody's come across Pilgrim's Rest. Oh, let's scan it first. 4 and 3. Flora and faunas. 8 resources, 2 traits. Ship's particle weapons damage both hull and shields. Well, all of the weapons damage both hull and
Landing
shields,
sounds put together.
except possibly EM weapons.
You know, the way you handle things, not bad. Not bad.
You ready, Andresia? You good?
I am grateful for our time together, always.
Liquid happiness off to the side there.
Come back to me soon, dearest.
You're coming with me. We're going out. We're gonna go kill some things. Or find some people.
Good day, Captain.
Bye, Vasco. I haven't got a skill point, have I? No. And how close am I to going up? Very close. That is why the 40 was there. 2495, 2525. That would be 2 scans. Because they're worth 20 each. So that would mean I would need to find 8 of 2 things. Oh, that's uranium. Alright, well, we'll get that on our list. Toad-faced grazer. Well, I don't think you're going to be... Don't run away! I am trying to scan you. Be within 50 meters of me, damn it. Hunting trapmore, okay. That's the one we already scanned. Stay knocked down. There we go. Skill point available. Level 30 reached. Nutrients! And you count as being scanned when you die. Yeah, I saw a... No, that's... Right, have I scanned all of you? There's one. There's this blue thing on top of this. Oh, that's... There we go, there's copper. There's beryllium. Oh! Millie Whale filterer. Hello.
And your scan shows...
That these are wary things and they might attack us, which surprises me a lot. A hunting trapman is defensive. That surprises me as well, it's hunting. Let me just tag this as well. Every one I tag is one less that I have to tag later. you tagged? You're tagged. Search for clues on Unity. Let me turn the scanner off. Hey? Let me look with my eyes. That was an annoying set of puzzles at the end. At the end of what? What are you playing that was annoying? Oh, well there's that. That's gotta be... we don't actually want to attack. Please don't. Things in the sky? We got any of those floaty things? No. Okay, no, I didn't miss it. Oh, there's another. Yeah, there we go. Ah, you produce toxins. That's good to know. Ooh, that life form over there. Life signs. Cool. Search for signs of unity. Well, there are credits and spiced worms. Do spiced worms count? And a trauma pack. We got whatever this is.
Someone made a concerted effort to survive here,
Yeah.
and yet it would seem it did not work out.
Well, we don't know that yet. Maybe they only... I mean, Starborn can seem to pop in and out of places. Whenever they want. Oh. Nope. I thought I heard a gunfire then. Obviously not. Pilgrim's Writings. Well, okay, here's something. Let's find Pilgrim's Writings 1. Oh, I didn't actually want your structural stuff. Industrial workbench. Aha! Pilgrim's Writings 4. Pilgrim's Writings 3. Okay, so we'll go and try the house first then. And then come out here. Structural? No, adaptive friend. Uh-oh!
Richard's just redeemed Fists of Fun.
Fists of Fun. Alright, well, let's remove all our weapons. Weapons. Got 23 weapons now. Jeez, I really need to get somewhere where I can sell stuff. Or dump it somewhere else. Alright. Hello, mysterious pilgrim house, which is still powered on and everything. I mean, I'm coming in here and I'm stealing all of your stuff. A frenzied, modified, calibrated razor back legendary pistol. Well, let's have a look at that. Oh, it's one of those. Disassembler, Hitman, and Frenzy. Small chance to frenzy a target. And how does that compare to the advanced razorback that I currently have? It absolutely does not. I can do 120 damage, or I can do 201 damage. Which of those two things do you think I should be doing? I mean, it's got a greater range, but I think that's because it's been compensated and has depleted uranium range. Maybe that does. I don't know. But you're certainly not a thing that I will be keeping. I can sell you for an amazing value. And time for you to sleep. Well, I mean, if you don't want to... Do you go rest your weary head, Pilgrim? And I will try and find the Pilgrim who is here. Aha! Pilgrim's Writings 1. It probably says, don't steal all my stuff! I ain't crazy. Oh, shit. Well. Access the locked room. Requires a computer. Okay. Look for clues on Unity. Unlock personal room. Game seeking the right answers, you'll know what questions to ask. I don't yet. What are you talking about? How do I open the door? Where is the food? What is Unity? Let's not do that. We'll read all the writings and see what they say. 5. Alright, so you've got to do it in order, and presumably there are 5 questions. Anything else around here that we can pick up and take? No. Alright. Let's start as we mean to go on. The credulous simplicity of mundane humans never ceases to amaze me. My worst instincts, the evil spirit, draw me towards a form of contempt for them, but remember that I am privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them for a lack of vision, when I know very well the blinders that obscure their sight. Once wore them myself, after all. Hope for all their sake that they may some day understand, but for my sake I wish to be left alone. That doesn't have a question that I think is right. I mean, maybe the first question is, what is Unity? Here is 2. So here is the crux of my troubles. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistants. I need workers. I need hands. As we work together, they inevitably ask questions, and I can never help talking. It starts innocently enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine. Or they have their own misunderstanding instilled by some borderline religious remnant. My weakness is my inability to let alone. I want them to understand, so I try, gently as I might, to nudge their minds along the right path. Then there are follow-ups and followings. The trouble is that I genuinely care for those people. It would be so much easier if I didn't. Oh, come on, that bottle looks like it should be movable. No? Alright, I don't understand right now. Perhaps learning the truth and trying to get them to understand it drives them, if not mad, but not good. Today, in a soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the Unity. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. So the Unity is not a godlike being or spiritual thing. Okay. It was asked honestly, and I answered as best I could. But if even my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to any of them? Maybe you're not explaining it well enough, but anyway. Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are madness. I attempted to withdraw, to go off alone, to commune with Unity in my own way. They followed. Of course, they followed. At last, a bit of peace. A piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own, that even if only it exists, and that even if only it exists, that is sufficient for me to believe in everything else. Unity has restored me once more. This time I act alone, for now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much, but vanity is, thankfully, not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude is, in my case, time with a very sick man. Whatever it is I've become. I don't like this person. Could the pilgrim and the hunter be the same person? The Unity has restored you once again? Maybe you don't die? Or maybe you do and you're resurrected again? I mean, I don't understand, obviously. I haven't had the experience you've had, although, you know, I've seen certain things. I find myself thinking about his various pasts and my possible futures. Imagining continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. Imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. Are we talking about the multiverse theory? Is that what we're talking about here? Various paths and possible futures? And that you could go to another, you can jump to other worlds? I mean, maybe that would explain why there were so many hunters? Because they could keep pulling in more from other places? I don't know. Okay, what is notable here? What is notable here? That road does not seem gratifying. That road does not seem gratifying. Not wanting to go to another world and begin over again. Okay. Every step is one of intrinsic reward. I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in that future. And for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path, if I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power, if I instead embraced the twinges of compassion I feel in my heart, and let myself care for the people who seem to gather about me wherever I try to work, if I simply lived and taught and perhaps brought others to the light, and died, that road also seems gratifying. I can see a contented version of myself in that future. Here is the difference, though. When I stop thinking about the glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasures fade nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about staying and building something, the feeling endures. There is something more sustained about it, more fulfilling. So don't focus on yourself, focus on the community and bettering everything as a whole? I don't know what the difference signifies, but I am grateful for the time I've taken to notice it. Excuse me. Alright, okay. Unlock the personal room. If you can take in the right answers, you'll know what question to ask. Well, what is the Unity? I don't know that that is the right question to ask, because you keep wanting to explain it, and explaining it badly. So I don't know, but let's say that. I return your question with a question. If you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? People are necessary, but people are madness. They're too heavy, people gotta go on diets. We'll seem to end up just playing each other. People are necessary, but people are madness. Who is your most formidable opponent? Myself. Who could be the hunter? Where does enduring contentment come from? In stopping embracing compassion? Think that's it because it was building for things? You came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there is one final piece of myself in the next room. I found my answers a long time ago, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. Alright, Pilgrim. Okay, so you cooking? Oh, Pilgrim's final writings. But I'm acquiring everything that I don't need. Aye! Tracker's Primer O2 permanently increased laser weapon damage by 5%. Synth meat turkey, I'll have some of that. I'll have some stimulants while I'm here. Is that you? Yeah, it's you making that noise. There's not another secret computer in here that I haven't met. I don't want this, thanks. I'm just trying to stack them back up. All these water bottles. Well, okay, there we go. Alright, final writings. Here, grub paperweights. I don't know what the correct answer is. Might never. Increasingly, though, I am comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here, in this world, in this time, the more I think it is precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build something with intent instead of scrambling to fix something others create in my name. It can be something beneficial. It can be I can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let me live to enlighten the blessed universe before me. You found the end of my journey, but to know everything you must find its beginning. On Hylu 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. So do I have to die in order to do that, maybe? Find the scorpion sting on Hylu 2. What do you think?
You need something, dearest?
How are you feeling about our marriage?
It is only a matter of time before we conquer the galaxy, is it not?
I don't think that's where this is leading.
Then I shall be sure and tell you more often, darling.
Okay, let's get an hour of sleep.
Last night was...
You wake feeling with a newfound sense of emotional security.
I hope to learn more next time.
Next time, let's not do it on a crappy cot like that, eh? Emotional security plus 15% XP gain. That's what I was looking for before when I wanted to do my sleeping, but then was told, no, sleep for 5 days. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, sleeping gets you a well-rested bonus. If you have a partner, sleeping gets you emotional security now, plus 15 XP. I would quite like it if emotional security was specific to Andresia, and, you know, they each had their own different name for it. I'd quite like to go and find the life form. The life signs over there. Before we go on. Why? Why not? Also, I've got to punch things. So, you know, maybe this is... Oh, it'll be microbial... whatchamacallits again, won't it? Toadface Grazer.
I shall stand guard while you focus.
What's yours? You're wary. So if we do get into a fight... There was another one around here. There was a third one. Ah. There we go. 23 XP! Wait, why did I get 23 XP? Why did I just get XP? Are you dead? I mean, you are dead. No. You might. You have nutrients. Alright. Getting a quick save. You ready for this, Andresia? Let's go! Good shooting. Aha! Hey, something. Well, I think we can take that. Nutrients. I don't want sealant. Adhesive. I'll still take some of that, even though I'm not sure I need it.
I hope wherever you store that, the smell will not be an issue.
Yeah, well, oh, alien genetic material. I'll take that as well. Something blue over there. In entirely the wrong direction. Hunting trap more. Ah, you've been killed, but you've got nutrients in you. Maybe you don't have nutrients in you. You don't have nutrients in you. What I need, what I might try, you do not have anything in you that I want. I might try something. That one. Yep, I could have looked at the mini-map. I might try doing a thing. You right there, this is what I'm trying to scan, this thing. Not the uranium. Oh my god. There we go. Are you fighting us? Oh, I guess I can shoot you now. I don't want toxin. Scanned you. What's over here? Velvet bloom has a resource of nutrient in it. What I want to do is I want to find a... you got structural. What I want to find is I want to find a live thing. Way. Millie whale filterer. It's wary, it has toxins in it, it comes in frozen volcanoes, coniferous forests, sandy desert, swamps, and has 20 health right now. What I want to do is I want to find something that does have stuff in it that I want. Then, what I want to do is I want to take the thingy perk that I have. Oh no, if they're green that doesn't mean they've been scanned, that just means they've been found. There we go. Velvet blooms. Right, do you have something in you that I want? Oh, you're structural. Ugh. Right, there. You have analgesic. I don't want analgesics. There we go. Now you have been scanned. Toadface Grazer. You're wary. You've got analgesics. Coniferous forest, sandy desert, swamps, and 145 health. Oh, that's not where I'm going. Life forms. So yeah, I want to find something with a star, with the thing in it. With the resource that I want, like nutrients. Then what I want to do is I want to take the... Oh, okay, oh right, this is where we came from, yeah. I want to take the hand scanner perk and see if the animal shows up the colour, the orangey colour. Then I want to take the stuff out of the animal and see if it still shows up orangey, or whether because I already have the nutrient from it, even if there is something else inside, it remains orangey. Because that would be great to know whether or not. Have I scanned that one? I don't know, I can't tell. Who can tell? Nutrients, all of the nutrients. Keep trying to place it, especially don't place it on the Pilgrim's place. I sure hope I do not turn out to be the Pilgrim. I would be annoyed at that. I don't want to be the big be-all end-all of something. I'm happy being the schlub who just messing around trying to find things. Yay, velvet balloons! Produce nutrients from coniferous forests, sandy deserts and swamps. They have standard helix carbon-based genetics. And they self-clone. There we go, nutrient leaf standard. Oh, hello. Oh, you're a hunting trapmore. That's alright, you're just defensive, even though you're called hunting. Don't worry, I'm not interested in you. I'm just interested in bypassing you. Okay, no more flora. Unexplored chemistry feature.
Hey, you...
If you want me to take you back to your goddamn place.
Oh God, can you help me, please? I need to get to my ship, but I can't do it alone. We got attacked by some local predators. I managed to bunker down
There
here,
aren't
but
any.
now I've
They're
no
all
way
defensive.
out. There's too many out there. I'll get mauled to pieces if I even try to make it alone. But you seem like you're capable. You up for a quick rescue?
The last time I did this, they died. Your injuries will be slow, but I'll cover you.
Then let's do this. My ship's not too far from here. I'll mark it on your scanner, and we can book it together.
I don't believe you. I think it is miles away. Alright, before we go anywhere, hey. No. Not Calais Pogweed, but Andrasia.
There is no one I would rather see right now. I am happy to help shoulder the load.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that, because I am going to give you some stuff. I've got 3 spacesuits, have I? I think you might be okay on that one. These hunters advanced ground suit, ground suit, space suit. I've got so many weapons. Right, that one I don't care about, and I'm going to sell. Anti-personnel and overblast disruptor, plus 10 damage. That one I don't care about, I'm going to sell. That I don't care about, and I'm going to sell. Keeping that one. Cornered, calibrated, razorback. Nope, get rid of you. Assembled crackler. Dissembler, suppress, kraken. Nope, selling that one. Extended mag, assassins, calibrated, beowulf. Might keep that one. Frenzied one, legendary. No thank you. Look at those ones later. Honor and glory. Yeah, I've taken you out of the rotation. I am the law. Unfortunately, you're also out of the rotation now. Modified mag shot. 43. Advanced razorback and refined scout are the 2 in there. You're doing 42. Modified mag shot is doing 84. Might have to try you out for a while. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to equip that. Alright. The modified X3, I think I'm selling that. It's great, but no. 3 Nova Blasts. You have all of those. Pacifier. No, we'll drop that. I can't drop that. Alright, I'll give that to you. Sarah's Vengeance. I need to swap that in at some point. Space Adept Calibrated Side Star. Don't care about that one. Space Adept Refined Kraken. Don't care about that one either. Unrestrained Vengeance. Probably going to sell that as well. Cool.
I will be thinking about you.
Thanks. Right, mag shot. I want to put that in the place of you for now. Alright, where is your Right, first of all, I am going to the life science, because, or it is right here, isn't it? Have I been to the dung pile? Yes.
Any interesting results?
Lush Grove, 100% scanned. A Dutch swore leaving mind-altering residue on plants and rocks. That's what this is. Cool. Right. Alright, that's what we've got here. There's a hunting trapmore. It died here. This is the fungal grotto. Nutrients, excellent. Thank you, Lush Grove. I had the opportunity to do it and I messed it up. Okay, there's a hunting trapmore over here. The hunting trapmore has nutrients in it. Let's get an F5. Let's spend that point. Scavenging. You are also okay. Oh.
Live to survive another day.
Alright. Okay, no, you do not show that. That's a shame. You have nutrients in you. Well, it fires off 3 at once. That's interesting. Does it take up 3 bullets? No, alright. Okay, now they show up individually. Alright, interesting. Let's get a quick load. One more point in social to unlock expert social skills. One more point to unlock master. So what are those called? Advanced. Alright, so I could have demolitions, I could have rifle certification. So how do you get to particle? If you want to use particle beams, I guess you could take pistols then particle beams. Because you can't take ballistics and then particle beams. I mean you can, but you would be wasting it if you wanted just a particle beams run through. You could take dueling, but that's melee weapons. You're ranked out, you're ranked out, you're ranked out, and I don't want... I mean, I could go for extra power. What's astrophysics? Scan the moons of your current planet. You have 10% chance to get a trait when scanning. So what are you to do with? Oh, you're not about traits, you're about getting the resources and knowing where the resources are. Ah, okay. I mean, I could take chemistry. And then I would have more research to do. Woohoo! Or I could just take more carry capacity. Because I'm already there. Gain 50% resistance to stagger. And that would get me closer towards gymnastics. Because I would really like to be able to combat slide. There's several times where I've gone, I want a combat slide. And have not been able to. Come on. And only 500,000 meters. Oh, while I remember. Bindings. Jump. Believe. No, well that's why I was over. That's why I'm... There we go. I don't know if it needs to be alternate jump or if there's... Just looking to see if there's another one. No. Because for some reason... There we go. Apparently skip packs don't work with the primary space jump for some reason. Not that I have that or anything. You are much closer to me than Andrasia is, which is interesting. Have I got all of the... I haven't got all of the fauna yet in this biome. It looks at... Wait, 155 or 235. Nope, okay. So if I take off my spacesuit, 155 of 90... Yeah, that's over. So if I do running now, I should be accumulating stuff. I've only got like 3 or 4 there, right? 27. There we go, yep. So this is going to be difficult. Come on, man. We're going to be running a lot, then we're going to be stopping a lot, then we're going to be running a lot, then we're going to be stopping a lot. Alright? Yeah, I'm going to go this way around the thing rather than over it, as you seem to be thinking. Still 2 resources to find. Uranium's not one of them, is it? There's something. One's a hunting trap more. Let's go and get it. I only need to get a little bit closer to it. And, you know.
If you find anything significant, say the word.
Nah. And I completed everything in this biome, that's good to know. What I don't have, however, is the resources. You just find, what is it, 2 more? 2 more resources. Then I don't need the scanner at all. For this biome. I mean, I don't know what you expect me to do when you're all the way over there. I mean, I guess I can get out my long-range rifle and shoot. Oh. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I did not see it. If it was a lot earlier. I try to look down and pay attention as much as I can, but not always. Welcome to the party, pal. And Cohen, you're not going to get killed? I mean, the last time I did this, or one of these missions where I found a survivalist and I took them back to the ship, I was talking to them at their ship and saying, "Hey, you're so lucky you're back. You made it back here in one piece."
Live to survive,
And they got killed while we were in the cutscene. So I'm hoping for a better result this time. It's interesting watching me live because
Is that for selling later, or
I'm not paying as much attention as I could do. Where's the other one? We killed 2 of them, and I need nutrients. Ah, it was just standing next to you. I just missed it. Where's the ship? Can we talk on Whisper? I won't be able to respond. I mean, I won't be able to respond to it now, not while I'm doing my thing. Because, you know, unsurprisingly, you're wary. That's okay. As long as you're not killer or attacking. And you know what? I won't actually be able to see it right now. I can see the chat, but I haven't got it configured correctly to show all my whispers and stuff. Right. Scan the area to make sure there's nothing which is going to attack you as soon as I get within, you know, the requisite distance. Because last time they just came out of nowhere. Alright, you slowly walk your way up here. And if I get attacked in another cutscene, I will be absolutely... You bet. No, alright, let's do
You
it.
saved my life. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much, mate. If they're coming in to attack. You're welcome, good luck with everything.
Yeah, it's harsh living off the grid. Without your help, I would have been a goner. Well,
57
that's enough
XP.
adventure for one lifetime.
Cool. Well, there we go. We did it. We actually got somebody to get there. Are you going to get on board your ship? And take off? I would like to see that briefly. You know... You got on your ship. Oh, you're not going to take off, because otherwise, you know, I could just run onto this ship at the last moment and then take it over from not space. Alright, well, let's... Oh, you've moved. Because you got shoot. Because you shot just as I shot. Oh well. Oh, I could do with more nutrients, so I might as well kill you while I'm here. Right, now, where is... ship? There it is. That's fast travel. And then we'll take off and go to... Hydru 2? Hydru 3-2? I don't know. A place that begins with an H and a Y, I believe. I'm sure it will say on my quest log.
We're in orbit. What next?
Well, first of all, let's not go at high speeds. Let's go at low speeds. Right, if I... Uh-oh. What came in? What are you? Oh, okay, you're just the UCC. That's fine, don't care. Take one out. Put one into the grav drive, and... power from behind. No. Unity. Find the Scorpion Thing on Hyla 2. That's where we're going. We'll set a course. Thank you. We can make it there, can we? What resources have we got there? Have I been here before? I have. Ah, Aaron. Yes. Of course. Alright, let's go back then.
Landing gear's ready.
Alright, this is... Oh, Moon of Hyla 2. Do we want to be on the moon? Is this where I want to be? I don't think it is. Oh.
Captain.
Maybe it is. Well, lots of things being scanned. Are you attacking us?
Clearly some connection to the creatures in the area. What could it mean?
Well, let's not kill the creatures, and I don't know what statue you're talking about.
I rarely have the patience for that thing.
Alright, well. I don't want to attack anybody. Here we are, ancient ruins, locations discovered. Find the scorpion sting. Will it cause all of these people to suddenly attack me? Ooh. Maybe. Ah, well, Glyph. Okay, let's activate this glyph. No? Ah! Aha! It's moving it left and right. Okay, I'm guessing we need that bit right there at the end. So, move over. And again. And then go up. And maybe go across again. There we go. Go to the last star of the Scorpius constellation. Do I know where that is now? Am I going back to the... Go to the last star of the Scorpius constellation. And that's on my map now, is it? Ah, okay. Alright, if I'd looked... Then, yeah, and the three... Okay, yep. Pow. Okay, I see. Is there anywhere we want to go along the way? Oh, it's Indum again. So you just want to send us right back from... We were just there, and now you're sending us right next door? We had to go all the way over here in order to do it to come back again. What about this one right next door? Can we go there? You haven't explored every route along the system. Try jumping to a closer system. Well, I'd like to go like up there and down again, but alright, apparently not. Alright, no. Clear the route. Show me the missions again, and let's just set a course. And jump! Let's not even bother to go back. Oh, I should have turned off the thing.
You found me. I knew I made the right choice.
New mission in their footsteps. Creeper Aquilus sent me to find the true time for round 2 then. Surrender will be destroyed. We're gonna go for a fight. Surrender will be destroyed. Yep. Go for it.
I yield, Constellation. You should come aboard. There's another Starborn here who is very interested in meeting you.
I can speak for myself.
The emissary. Oh, we're gonna meet Benjamin Sisko.
You weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us.
Alright, let's go.
I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
And think of it as a ceasefire.
ceasefire meeting at the Starborn at war.
Not a bad description, actually.
We'll explain when we meet. In person.
And who's the second Starborn that guarantees my
Let's
safety?
just say they're very dedicated to stopping me from getting the artifacts. So if you don't trust me, well, they're your next best bet.
I don't trust you. Why would I trust you?
I know your encounters with our kind have not been pleasant, but we are here to talk, and you deserve answers.
Fine.
See? We can all get along. For now.
No, not planet. You, Scorpion. How far away are you? I don't want to... 966 XP. That's got to level me, right? No? Alright, 1 second. I need to do a thing. Fine. Alright, onwards. Let's see what we got going on. We defeated you when we were in the, when you came to us at the lodge.
100%. Good to go, Cap.
Retrieve waiting followers.
You need something?
Who's waiting? What? Are you not allowed? Am I not allowed to take my followers with me?
My day is suddenly much improved. How about that?
This time we went our several
You
ways.
will be lost without me, but as you wish.
Treasure is no longer your active companion.
The great serpent favors
You ready
me.
to head back
I'm
out?
at your side.
Treasure is now your active companion. Alright, okay, let's see what happens.
Hey, how are you?
Worried that we're about to go into a trap. I didn't see your dad around anywhere, but if he, if I don't come back in a few minutes, just get out of here. On board the Scorpius.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
If you're telling me this is your ship, Andrasia, then I am very surprised, but I think you were just using generic lines there.
Hello. Again.
I know that kind of laugh. We should not have come here.
Do you remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction.
Stellar introduction.
Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
Good, thank you. Damn right it is. All we ever wanted was to talk. You attacked us. Just tell me who you are, who the Starborn are. I'm not even
We
gonna
are
bother.
not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
So humanity, essentially.
We are all in it for
like
ourselves.
humans.
Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should.
But I've been collecting them, so why aren't you backing off from me? I agree, killing you and taking your artifacts are both on my list. You're talking in circles. I came to learn about Unity.
Just say the word.
Yep.
Good. Hold on to that determination. The Because you're about to learn there's a higher prize at stake.
The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
You've really come a long way since the Welcome to Constellation speech, haven't you?
I wondered. I didn't say anything out loud because I didn't think. Well, all right, okay. So we're doing multiverses, are we? Are they all Sarah Morgans? I was wondering if they were all going to be me.
I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds.
Right,
Where I
so
came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
And you are?
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours.
But both of you are trying to keep people from it.
I have to. This is bigger than all of us.
Why?
All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes.
No.
The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
No, nobody gets to decide that.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy.
Yep, I'm not for that.
I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
Show me your face.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp?
I don't think you're Keeper Aquilus. Okay, that's who that is. Some other version. Look at you, Aquilus, as a man of peace. You're a monster. I'm nothing like here. Been to uni multiple times. What does that mean? Yeah.
It means I've seen thousands of universes, collected their artifacts, been to their temples. You have a small taste of their power, but it keeps going.
So what you're saying is, I collect all of them for this universe, and then I get to another universe and have to collect them all again to get to another universe? Can I get to another universe the second time without collecting them all? If, say, I fail to collect them all? No, some other version of the same person. I mean, I didn't recognize your face.
My other self wants you to walk the path he walks, to give up, to appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come
Is
this
he
far.
the pilgrim?
Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
So without one of you, we combine our artifacts, enter the Unity. I'm not having someone who murdered my phone. Whatever war is going on between you two, I want no part of it. Yeah, I don't care about the rest of you. My universe, I choose what happens here. You're not part of my universe. Neither of you. Both of you can fuck right off.
We're well past the point of not getting involved. As much as we may wish things were different.
That's not what I meant
You're
exactly.
already
Well,
in it.
alright.
With artifacts, come Starborn searching for them, fighting over them. I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine. Or the Hunters.
Hunters.
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
I absolutely want to kill you. Optional talk to Hunter, optional talk to Emissary, leave the Scorpius. I absolutely do not want you. You don't get to decide who has this great power and who doesn't. That is not a thing that... You're not part of this universe. You're not it. But I hate that you are here because you killed Zera. So I'm going to side with you, but then I'm going to kill you. That's my ultimate goal here. Oh, I'm still sprinting. Yeah, of course. Whee! That's not what... I wasn't doing that for that reason. I'm just looking around. Yep, I agree with that. I don't know if it's the only thing they want to do, but it's certainly a thing that they are doing that I do not want. I gotta talk to you first.
We are not the same people we met in our universes. Still, it is good to see you again, old friend.
I'm not authorized to pilot the ship. I could be. No, I couldn't. I can't pull out my guns.
The Unity is meant for whomever can get there. Don't fall for that talk of worthiness.
I'm not sure I believe you either. I think...
I'll tell you everything I can.
I think it is meant for whoever can get it from their own universe. And then you can get to the Unity. And then... you wait for the other people who can come, maybe. I don't know.
Is on your side, but your persistence is what forced them to tell you the truth.
Ask.
Remember that.
Yep.
I know we are not the same people we met in our universes. Still, it is good to see you again, old friend.
You said that already. So you tried to protect the artifacts, keep them from being abused? I mean, that's not true.
The Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way.
So what is it, exactly?
When all the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the Armillary.
Who named it that?
It's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it, you can reach the Unity. And from there, you can become Starborn.
Who was I in your universe? What was I like?
Different. I never know who you are when I meet a new version, but so much of you stays the same. It's hard. But each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again, as yours won't have its real me.
So what happens when you enter?
It's not an easy experience to describe, but the Unity will speak to you, offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone. Maybe that's why it offers the choice. Compassion. Or is it testing us?
So I think I want to build the armillary and then say no. I don't want to leave this universe.
The emissary and their kind only want to control you.
You called the emissary a hypocrite. Why?
They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge.
Sebastian Banks went away, and we never saw him again. Perhaps he found the Unity? That doesn't make sense then, because then the armillary wouldn't need to be made again. Unless... Unless using it scatters them to the four corners. I mean, we still don't know how they got where they got to. Anyway, you attack the lodge, and then you let me go. Why?
To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, hacking through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. It's new. I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore.
Why did you attack us? Because...
I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances, waiting for the right moment to commit theft. It's all so tiresome. I'll admit, you getting away has been the most interesting thing to happen in quite some time. As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until this meeting with the emissary to decide what to do about you.
You realize that we're at this ceasefire and I am not allowed to fire a straight shot, right? And neither are you two. Or, I mean, not allowed, but if you do, then all-out war is declared on you guys. Yes? Andresia's not held to those same rules. Pow! Back shot to the back. You had this meeting because of me.
No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, how tragic.
Oh.
Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept tending. And it's bad habit I started a long time ago. Perhaps I just like meeting the emissary to gloat.
Wow.
But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll. Or maybe the Unity is finally responding to all my hard work.
What is the Unity to you? Why kill for it?
Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the Unity. I find the easiest pathway to it.
Okay.
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself.
I mean, I've been there already.
To open the way.
Last moon in the solar system? Thank you. All I ever wanted was answer. Gustavo and sure I like. You must see for yourself, nonsense. Last moon? Fine, I'll see what I can find on the moon.
That is all I ask. I hope you see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space.
I mean, there's a bunch of temples that I haven't been to yet.
What they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
Complete in their footsteps. Achievement unlocked. And a bunch of stuff that I don't need. Moon base key. Go to Nova Galactic Research Station. Really? Hey, Andresia.
I was just thinking about you.
Final glimpse. How are you feeling about our marriage?
Everything in my life, whether I knew it or not, led me to you. To this moment, and all the moments between us.
I mean, that is absolutely not true if the multiverse is true. If you go to a party and you start talking to a girl, and or a person who you are attracted to, I should say, and you keep talking to them,
then I shall be sure and tell you more often.
And you keep talking to them, and you hit. Eventually, you say something, you hit it off, and you go to that. You can just say, "Hey, all of the universe was leading to this moment." But if just before you reach that moment, where you say something that interests the person, they instead they turn around to you and say, "Fuck off! I don't want to speak to you anymore," and then you go to a different person at the party and do the talk, and you say all of the universe was leading to this moment, because you've hit it off again with this other person. I mean, it wasn't leading to that moment because there were two different outcomes within this multiverse structure. So everything you do is ultimately meaningless because it's done everywhere else. The opposite is done elsewhere. I mean, I'm sounding like... Who is it? Owlman? Batman? Whoever it is. There's one where it says the only thing that
any adventure
has
you can fly away from.
Any meaning at the end
is that how the saying goes?
Read any good books lately?
Is death. The destruction of the entire multiverse. Because otherwise, whatever you do is played out, the opposite is played out somewhere else. You're not making a decision. You're just the person who happens to be stuck. Well, I think you're freaking out, Sam. I think you learned what I learned. Ooh. Alright, well, what missions have we got here? Talk to a Vladimir to locate temples. Go to Nova Galactic Research Center. And final glimpses, return to the lodge. Yeah, before we go to the lodge, I need to go somewhere to clear my bounty. So, I think Aquila City had some stuff.
We're on our own again.
Good. No, not P. L. Missions. No, not missions even. Map. So that we can go to Aquila City. Vola is neon. Cheyenne, that's... What's Crix? Crimson Fleet. Have I been there? Alright, Aquila. Going to Aquila City. Well, damn.
Our scan detected contraband on board. Halt and prepare to be boarded. All illegal and stolen goods will be confiscated.
Pretty sure there's only one thing. I'll pay the fine.
Copy that. Stay on course while we escort you in.
What did I lose? Because if it was just the organs, I'm okay. Select the utility key removed. Really? What? Aye?
The
Freestar Collector's got a reputation for being a little lawless. That is not so.
Am I done? Can I leave?
Drunk and just nobody in here right now.
Cool. All that time before when I was... So only the Slate and Key was taken from me. And the harvested organs, presumably. But I didn't see that come up. Hey, good. Glad you're here. We need to find... I need to find a bounty board, which... somewhere in a bar? Oh, we're at the okay, I know where we are. Whee! Let's have a look in the weapon shop. Do you have...
Sure, Laredo makes some good guns, but if you want a range of manufacturers to choose from, my shop will serve you better. You ask me, traveling in Freestar collective space without a reliable sidearm is just asking for trouble.
I'll agree with that.
You seem all right. Here's my selection.
Does your selection go up as... Yes, okay, advanced Grendels. Advanced. Particle beam shotgun! Big bang. I've got a mag pulse already. No, I haven't. No, I have not. What I have got is a mag something else, a micro gun. Oh, heavy guns. Ooh, and there we go. We got a new kind of melee weapon. Long barrel muzzle brake. How much do you cost? 21,000. Whereas mag pulse is 13,000. Whereas the modified mag pulse, same damage, increased range, increased accuracy, increased accuracy. I mean, I can make those mods myself. So I'll pick that up. Then I want to sell you. Yeah. Alright, Fiera Scouts, Refined Rattler, you were good. But you are going away now. Oh, I can't access... Of course I can't access yours.
I would move the stars for you. But I hope it does not come to that.
I mean, after what we learned, maybe it will.
I've never been one to shy away from shouldering my share of a heavy load.
Right. You currently have 93,100. So yeah, alright, I think I can sell all of... Bye, Grands. And... You don't want that one. Or that one, or that one, or that one, or that one, or that one. Or that. Honor and glory, and I am the law. I'm sorry. It's time for you to be sold. I'm not sure. I think you might need a better laser weapon, but not this one.
We'll be here for you, as always.
Outlaws, just so you know, keep it to self-defense.
Pacifiers, it looks interesting. I think you're going away as well. Unrestrained violence. Oh, and then not you sell. Oh, you're not going to buy things here, are you? No. All right. I need to find a general store so I can sell you. There it is. General store's over here. And now we'll sell you spacesuits.
I'll say right up front that if you're short on credits, I can't help you. Any more charity cases, I'll go out of business.
Well,
how about I just show you instead of tell you?
Exactly. Oh, I want to sell you spacesuits. Oh, grand spacesuit. Alright, grand, there we go. I don't know what I could do. I'd get rid of the security flight suit for you. I don't know why I'm carrying that. I wasn't wearing Tomasar's. Alright, well, Tomasar's outfit can be sold then. I wasn't wearing it when I did the commitment ceremony to Androsia. There we go. Oh, I got a bunch of helmets as well. Hauler's Advanced Star Roma Space Helmet. Everything is so much better. It's just the sensor array is the thing that I'm missing. I mean, that has greater value than that. Resource all or resources weigh 25% less. I mean, that means I could carry more stuff, which isn't great. Alright, Gran. I'm selling all your stuff. Oh, and I got a bunch of throwables I can sell as well. Uh, 3 of you, so that I can retain 10 of them. And I still got 162. I've got so much stuff here. Alright. If I go here and work, I cannot add a sensor to you, can I? There we go, sensor array. No, I need helmet mods too. I don't have any of that, so. Alright. Let's equip a space. I don't want to equip a spacesuit right now, sorry. I do want to equip a helmet. There we go. Alright, up here to the board so that I can clear my bounty. Bounty of 500 credits. Pay 550. 10% this time. There we go. I don't know why I got that 500 credit bounty, but apparently I did. Oh, I've got everything in the biome, but I haven't got everything here. I don't think there's anything else I want in Aquila City.
Kill for
Wait. No skill points, but how close are we? Very close. 100 and something. 150 about. So maybe Maybe we'll go get another skill point before we go back to the lodge.
Find the interior of this ship comforting.
Good. Oh, I didn't need to do this. Oh well.
Engines broken. Let's do this.
All those people just standing around underneath it, getting blasted by the fires.
Approaching ship, you've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband.
Yeah, I didn't really need to come up here. I just got caught with contraband.
Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Cool. That is what I want to do. Where I want to go is somewhere else. Oh. Who is Sashar? Sahar's farm. Is that... That is the frozen plains. Okay, let's go up there. Yeah, we'll have that.
Touchdown.
Cool. Yep. Dump all the resources off. We'll walk our shoulder. Well, at least not freaking out again. I want to take all of my resources and dump them on you. 119 of 195. That's good to know. I've still got so many weapons. Let's get out of it. Okay, there's flora and fauna to be found here. Have I got you? Oh, Shellyhook, you're different. What are you? Oh, Chillhook, not Chillyhook. Alright, toxins. Presumably, that is... Well, here we are. Shasar's farm. Who is attacking you? Ah! It's not you, right? Who are you shooting at? Are you trying to kill the Ashter? I mean, I understand that. Yeah, looks like it. Good shooting. Oh, some
Best
alien
not to
snake.
leave anything useful behind.
Cool. I don't want to do anything with you guys. Oh no, there's a worker in here dead. I want some nutrients. You are invasive Carna snail filterer. Ah, but you're invasive. Okay. Put away the gun as we go in, just in case, you know, there's people in here. I don't know whose farm this is or why. You coming? No, you're not. You don't want to get in that close with me. It's then a smell. Alright, that's fine. I mean, I've been wearing the same spacesuit for God knows how long. somebody is dead here. Talk to Elias Cartwright. Optional talk to Frank Lemson about Charles. Who are you? Why am I got your thing? Shahar Lahar's last word in her testament. It's many pages long, but the most important part is she names Blake Aldwell as her primary heir. Apparently he was an illegitimate child of one of her sons. I don't know where this quest has come from, or why I know this stuff. Talk to Elias Cartwright. Optional, talk to Frank Langston about Sahar Hassano's will. I was hired to deliver this to Elias Cartwright, but Frank Langston may be interested in his will as well. Was I? I was hired by somebody to do a thing? I don't think I was. I think I just stumbled upon this place. Because it was on my map. Pop rhubarb. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to open that directly into your face. That time I did mean to open that thing into you. Is that Vasco shooting? What up, Vasco? Is there another worker in there? Oh my god, I didn't... Well, you had some heal paste on you at least. This isn't great. Look at all this blood that's everywhere leading in here. I don't know where you went. Cave now. Surely I've already had those. Oh, nutrients! I mean, I think I've got more than enough nutrients now. Oh. Because I dumped everything. Yeah, I'm not at 175, I'm not at 75% anymore. So that doesn't matter. So let's just bung on our spacesuit. We might as well be protected. Oh. That was a big old mistake, wasn't it? Wasn't paying attention. Almost injured myself. Cave? I don't think I need a cave. Do need nutrients. I mean, I don't need nutrients. I've got more than enough nutrients. We're not dealing with things from the sky, are we? No. Less than 100. Alright, well let's just find some things to kill, scan, etc. Kill, scan.
Did you hear something?
Yeah.
Once again, we are triumphant.
Yeah, but where's the other one? Toxic gases. Ah! Oh, tiny things. Crawling eruptorids. You must be the last of the things in the fauna in this area. There we go, cold cave nettles are done, 100%. After you're done, yep, flora in this area is, oh well, it's completely done with the whole planet. I can be bothered to find tiny, well, given that I, you know, need XP, maybe I can be bothered. Hello? There we go. I got it for murdering some cattle. You're coming at me. You're coming right for me. Well done, Andresia. Ah, that's what you get. For things being below the level. Can I fast travel there? I don't know who or what or where.
Good to be back in our own ship.
Yep. What is right? Still haven't found all the traits. Have found all the resources. Missing some fauna. Missing one, I think. There, maybe two. Done the savannah. Coniferous forest is next. But all right, that's not. There we go. Talk to Elias Cartwright. That's where we're going. No, I was entirely sure where the alien creature nicknamed the Terramorph originated, but its species has spread throughout the settled systems, leaving death in its wake. Wait, what are you? Oh, it's because I haven't tagged that one. Are you the person? No, you're not. Is it in there?
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days.
Somewhere around here. Is that you? No, you're Aquila City Security. Are you it?
You don't need to wear your helmet on this.
No time to chat.
No. Somebody over here. In here? Oh, that's fiber that we were looking at. No? Cartwright Manor. I Cartwright Manor. I don't know that I was contracted by you to do anything. Oh, you're not a galley. You've got eggs. I'll take your eggs. Oh, wait, you got tomatoes. Stolen tomatoes. The best kind of tomatoes. The only kind of tomatoes I put in my grandfather's meatloaf. I sure hope you don't recognize your tomatoes. No? Did I miss you? You weren't here. You weren't watching me steal your tomatoes. I mean, I'm doing this quest and I have no idea why. No? Where are you then? Maybe we'll go out the front door. Maybe you'll be waiting outside the front door. I mean, maybe we'll just ignore this quest. Or we'll back out where we were. I have precisely zero idea where you are. I don't know why I have this quest, or what's going on with it, or anything. But you know, where it came from? I mean, I get that it came from me finding... Is this it? This door? If I move over? Yeah, I think we're going in here. Langston Manor. Frank Langston, assignment. Keep an eye on them. Elias is a straight shooter, but the Trade Authority has it hooks all over. First and foremost, see that our interests are covered. Next time I'm in town, let's do dinner. Looking forward to seeing your new place, RH. Alright. Hey, Elizabeth.
I really like it here. I just wish the people in the city were a little nicer.
Alright, okay. I mean...
So you sold 3 pickups today?
Yeah. Might get some more on the back end. Your casserole sealed the deal.
Don't you need to wait for the contract to be signed?
This ain't the UFC. We shook hands and the deal's done. Should have the contract signed tomorrow.
My cousin works for Deimos, and he says the approval process for a big deal can take months.
That's life under the boot for you. Business keeps going this good, it'll make dealing with these pretentious corn jerks worth it. This place will never have a future if everyone's fixated on the past.
I don't want oranges. More empty food containers. Ooh, you have a nice light case there. Alright, I'm gonna quick save because I have no idea what's going on here.
Someone said I disrespect their traditions. What the hell does that even mean? Screw them and their backward ways. Aquila City is lucky that Hope Tech still deals with them after the reception I've gotten. I come here offering business, employment opportunities, and they practically spit in my face.
What do you do at Hope Tech?
I'm a senior vice president,
Oh, wow.
Cut my teeth with mineral acquisitions for some of the pricier things we need for the ships. I was really looking forward to having my own region to manage. But now...
Well, you should be courting Hope, not exciting you.
The money there. So Ron Hope assigns me to Aquila City. And I'm excited, right? Could be a plum assignment.
Good.
But I need a place to sleep here. So I bought some prime real estate for me and my girl. And damn it, you'd think I plowed through a sacred burial site. Listen, I'm not the one selling some priceless historical manor. That's not on me.
How is it historical?
That's just the thing, isn't it? It's not really. All the manors on the core were built by the founders. But this isn't some sort of sacred ground, right? It's just housing. And the owners before, some nobody third-tier family. But it's the core. Like I care.
Yeah. Previous owners are clearly the ones to blame.
And don't forget the damned realtor. Thanks for hearing me out. Hope you have a better day than I've had.
I found the last one on Telema as Sahar Hasanov. Is that who owned this place?
Oh, the who? Wait. Hasanov. You mean the family that owned this manor?
Ah, okay.
Oh, hell. Elias Cartwright. That man's always had it out for me. My credits are as good as anyone else around here. I got a business proposition. 10,000 credits, and I take that alleged will off your hands.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I mean, I got... Well, I know she's not... Give Frank the way. You got yourself a... You know, sort of as Elias said you'll be. I don't remember this. You got yourself a deal, man.
You're a smart one. If you can just tell Elias or whoever that you didn't find anything, I'd be very thankful.
I don't know that anybody ever asked me to do that, but alright. I got no problems with doing that. I get that it was somebody's to pass it over.
My. You aren't from around here, are you?
I was just going to say, my wife is coming up the stairs right now.
Oh, have you met my boyfriend, Frank? If he seems rude, it's only because the people around here treat him badly.
Elizabeth Cardwell. No, you're not the same. You're named after different... You've got different surnames. That's what I mean. Just struggling to say there. So you're not married. Alright, I don't know where Elias Cartwright is.
Hey, heard you had Dunlops. Dunlops disease? What is that? Your belly done lop over your belly. What? It's a joke. Come on.
Was Elias Cartwright? I don't care. We've got bigger things to think about, like return to the lodge. Go to the Galactic Nova Research Center. Alright, well, let's return to the lodge. Let's just plot a course and just land there. Just take me there immediately. I don't want to go through all the rest of it.
The bright lights and reflections are almost enough to make you forget about those living down in the well.
Yep. Alright, everybody in the well.
I may not quite enjoy New Atlantis, but this... this is much better.
The lodge itself. Yeah, I agree. Alright. Well, before we go and talk to them and tell them all the things that we have learned, it's time for us to put on our science outfit lab stuff and do ourselves exotic recipes. We've got some spice to go in. Oh, sorry, some nutrients to go in, and bread and noodles, but we didn't get any beans. So hopefully, oh, no sudden developments. Oh, and I haven't got anywhere near enough. Oh well. 4 beans, 1 noodles, 2 bread, and 2 spice. Oh. I'm so looking forward to getting there. Hey everybody, we got things to talk about. Hey Vladimir.
Mateo told us about your pilgrim's voyage.
Oh, okay. I started as a pilgrim. That's my background.
The meaning of unity.
Yep. It's an infinite number of me's out there. I feel sorry for all of them. I'm not going to tell them Sarah's alive. It's the center of a multiverse. We're building the way to it.
Wait, say that again? Multiple universes?
You can't possibly mean what I think you mean.
Yeah, I mean exactly that.
Hate to be the responsible one, but the big bombshell of what we're actually building here might need another second to sink in.
Yeah, well.
Want to go over this whole multiple universe thing for everyone?
Well,
yes, I wouldn't mind a little more detail.
I mean, I don't know exactly. Apparently in another universe I died and Sarah lived. She's the emissary now, a Starborn. Trust me, there's multiple universes. The Unity is how we get to them. It makes you Starborn. I met a version of Sarah, she told me Unity creates a Starborn and they can cross universes. No, trust me. I'm just going to say trust me. I'm not going to tell them Sarah's alive. I don't think that'll be good for anybody. There's even a universe where this Walter Stroud guy over to the side here, as he's a money-grubbing individual, is a money-grubbing individual who only owns a bar on a far deep space station somewhere.
Explains why the Starborn want the artifact so bad. Get them all and you've got a gateway to infinity.
But they've already done that.
I don't even want to think about the physiological changes you'd need to travel between universes. Plus what it would do to the mind? Enlightenment? Or oblivion? Like the Hunter.
I don't think the Hunter is...
You have the opportunity to reach the closest thing to your god that might exist. And you're second-guessing it?
One doesn't approach the afterlife without some trepidation.
No, Vladimir disappeared. This is our mission to go into the... Think of what awaits a new life that powers the Starborn. We'll take time about. This is our mission to go into the unknown.
You're right. We have to see the Unity for ourselves.
I don't know if we can.
You know it. Now, once everyone's head stops spinning from all of this, we can get back to work.
I don't know that we can.
Not to make a
might only be one of us who gets to go.
But I got the eye fixed up. Bruised, but still blinking.
Glad to know.
Let me know when you're ready to follow up on what it's seen.
Yep. Hey, look, it's still Sarah's clothes that I just dumped there. Or I didn't dump them there.
These last glimpses from the eye are from the farthest fringes of known space. Could be the only remaining pieces outside the hands of the Starborn.
Thanks, Vladimir. I'll follow up on them. Okay, so we've got 2. I want to know about this temple I found.
Coming out of retirement. Constellation's got the writ of the righteous. Keeps me young.
I've got some survey data for you.
And the darkness gets lit just a candle more.
For instance, I've got the Jamison survey data. The survey data of the planet we reside on. Nobody bothered to do that. There you go. Oh, I can buy them back. I don't want to buy them back. There we go. Any thoughts on the Unity?
Keep coming back to one thing. Both of these Starborn, they're people you know. Only they're not the people you know. Say and do things the folks you know would never. Doesn't bode well for anyone stepping into the Unity. Or through it, or however it works. You consider what it might do to you?
I mean, I don't know that that is in any way comparable. Just because they happen to physically resemble the person that we know doesn't mean they made the same life choices in any way, shape or form and are the person we know.
Experience shapes the person.
Exactly.
As much as the other way. And the Unity sounds like an experience with an endless depth with no hope to fathom. I doubt any declaration of intent will carry fate's hand there.
Alright, bye.
Show the words another time then.
You got my attention, Captain. Should I be nervous? Go on, go on.
Oh.
Right.
I wanted to ask you about Unity.
No worries.
You got anything about Unity?
If you've got questions, speak up if you have ideas. We're all here for the same reason. I thought I had a grip on the situation. I'm not so sure anymore. The Sanctum Universum believes that God wanted us to travel the stars. That's gotten us here. Is this... Could this be the next step in that journey?
Maybe.
Is this what we were meant to learn out here? Could the Unity... Could that be God? Or a way to reach him?
For a start, you're calling it him, as if it has a gender of anything. That is a big problem. I'll let you know when I get there.
Oh yeah? That would be something, no question. The one thing I'm sure of is that we have to see this through. We need to find the rest of the artifacts.
Yep.
Oh, Barrett, have you already read that text I sent you on the nature of the human soul?
Mateo, I mean this sincerely, my friend. I don't think I need more information to understand the gist.
I love how similar themes.
As much as it's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the eye full time.
He doesn't know, he's right here.
It's silly, but I can't stop thinking about the idea that there are more of me out there.
Yeah.
Even just one more Noel is crazy to consider, but dozens, hundreds, an infinite number of them? How different might we all be? Am I not even remotely the unique individual I thought I was? My head is spinning just considering it.
Mateo, I love you, my friend, but we'll have to continue this another time.
Nothing about this changes who you are. You're still the same
Well,
person.
I'm glad you seem so certain of that. I'll admit, I'm not that sure at all.
Alright, have I got some organic
Okay, let's
resources?
take a
I'm
look.
not sure I do, but... Oh, right, okay, like this. You can have some toxin sap. I don't know about the rest of it.
Stay safe, okay?
Walter, Stroud, and Andrasia. Have you got anything to say?
What do I owe this pleasure?
Mind if I ask you some
Yes,
personal
of
questions?
course.
You got anything about Unity? No, you don't care
Are you
about
sure
Unity
you
right
must
now.
go?
Hey, Barrett. We're just doing some scans on the artifacts. Have you seen the thing?
I would love to help you, but I'm going to need just a bit more information.
Ah, right. Well, it's the one with the plugs and the little probe things that
Excuse
you
me?
clip on, and...
You're not doing more. I've got the armillary in my place.
You have no idea what you're looking for, do you?
No. But I have good intentions. That should be enough, right?
Nope. Up here, Walter? No? I think there are some... Ah, here you are. Hello.
I'm expecting big things from you with this ship project. Don't let me down.
I don't know that I'm ever going to do it, man.
Counter to everything I've said and believed before. I've caught myself wondering if we ever should have started this search.
Absolutely.
If this is all true, and I have it right, we've potentially started a chain of events that will create more of these Starborn. Or worse, enable the ones we've seen to become even stronger. I am not fond of either of those options.
I don't think that's true.
So maybe now we have no choice but to finish this journey.
I think you can back out after you've done the
before
armillary.
one of them does.
And which universe we can level the playing field? Yeah, I'm going to say
Does
that.
it even work like that? This is enough to make your head spin. Look, I don't like the idea of siding with either one of these groups. I'd much rather see someone from Constellation get there first. I trust any of us far more than these Starborn.
Well, yeah.
Remember, you're representing all of us out there.
No, I'm not. I'm only representing this universe's version of us. I think I need to go home. See my parents. I don't know that I've got anything else. Maybe I need to. Maybe I need to sleep in my own familiar, comfortable bed. Just a short while. I think we'll go to the moon.
Constellation sounds. I'm planning a grocery run later. Talking with you has made my day. I'm being serious.
Stay as long as you like.
Well, none of you want to hear about my exciting... I mean... And you're always my parents in every universe, unless you die. Because I cannot be created without you. Alright. To the spaceport. I don't even think I want to buy bread and stuff for my things. Oh, why haven't I sold that? I absolutely can sell. That'll clear out a tiny bit of weight.
It's amazing what passes as
If it
art
belongs on your...
nowadays.
Oh, please, take a look.
Oh, you don't buy weapons. Oh, you do buy weapons. Nope, that's not what I wanted to say.
Oh, please,
Sorry.
take a look.
I wanted to sell weapons, berserker knife. There we go.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
By shopping, you mean I gave you a knife and you gave me some money. Grr.
Excuse me.
Hey, I've got something for you.
Yep.
It's a little cut of the latest profits.
That's what I was hoping
Feels good
for.
to make some extra credits, doesn't it?
626.
Stop by anytime you'd like to catch up.
I mean, I paid 10,000, and I've got 1,500 out of it. It was, I think it was 11 before, wasn't it? I said, and now I have just got 17 in total. 1,700. So you know, I'm not. Not all that impressed with it. Ooh, you've got stuff. Emergency kits. Are emergency kits? I don't know what they are. I can't. Okay, it goes in aid. I should clean out my aid. Emergency kits. 10% health for 5 seconds. Yeah.
Taking off immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
No, we're taking off. Oh. I didn't realise I had all this
You're
there.
not pestering the captain, right, Cora?
Pester? You think I'm a pest?
Yeah, sometimes.
Never. Poor choice of words. You being nice to the crew, too?
Of course.
So this book collection fund I heard about?
Oh, we heard that already.
Don't you always say, don't listen to rumors?
Alright. Let us go to the moon one day. Zap, pow, kaboom, straight to the moon. We've been to the moon twice already. important. There we go, Luna. Haven't explored the landing area at all? Okay. This is Nova Galactic. Go to the Nova Galactic Research Station. Okay. Oh, I've only found 1 or 2 resources on here. I haven't finished scanning the moon in its entirety. I haven't found any helium-3. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, that's where we're going.
Starting landing procedure.
Finishing landing procedure, as we've already landed.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
I believe you, but alright. So we're way off here at the moment. You know what? Let's put a point in boost pack training. Let's explain less fuel. And then we can boost back in combat. Boost pack fuel regenerates more quickly. Double previous bonuses. Why not? I enjoy boost packing. And now just boost back 25 times while in combat. Oh. What's that? Suit protection depleted. Extreme solar radiation. Well, that's okay. We're just going over there. No direct path to this thing right in front of us. I guess I mean... Yes, I am in midair at the time, so yeah, I can see that. That wasn't a starborn, was it? I see you over there. No, okay, it's not one of them with amazing ships.
Some of the earliest space flights were likely coordinated from here. Strange to be standing on such a unique bit of... If you are free, sir. Could we talk?
Let's get...
My favorite person.
Alright, let's go inside. Let's find a way in, first of all. Are you a way in? You're a way in, yep. Unlock with the moon base key. I did. I've got the moon base key. I sure hope you can get in here, because I mean, you don't always work properly. NASA. You coming? I would like to talk to you inside.
Nova Galactic Project Log, Principal Engineer Lang Shu.
Yes, Lang Shu.
Voltaire is being reconfigured for this new initiative. The math we're being asked to crunch is ambitious, even for a supercomputer. We might as well be asking it to count every grain of sand in every desert on Earth. Who came up with these original equations? Our partner isn't being very open about it. Every question I have goes through some discretionary channel. I'm surprised we even know we're working on a ship.
Okay. Collect all the slates. Yes, absolutely. Alright, Andresia. Let's have a talk.
So, we finally have all the answers.
No, we don't.
And yet here I stand, feeling like I understand even less than I did before.
Absolutely, we do.
This talk of the unity of a multiverse? Dead friends appearing again? It is all simply too much.
Oh, I meant to go and talk to the other guy who appeared as the hunter. Alright, Starborn It all seems to add up. You don't seem happy with any of this. There's only one way to prove whether it's true or not. Someone has to enter the Unity.
And you think it is just that simple?
No.
It would seem to me that verifying this is much like verifying the idea of an afterlife.
It will change everything.
If this
Absolutely.
is all true, as the Starborn say, then passing through the Unity will allow one to know the truth. But whomever does that will then never be able to report that truth back to the rest of us. What good then does it do us?
You believe in the truth of the Great Serpent. This is similar. The existence of the Starborn here in our universe makes it up. This has always been the mission, learning the truth no matter what. You ask me, this beats dying to get answers. You believe in the truth of the Great Serpent. This is similar.
I am not sure that is true. We had the experience of Jinan Barun, who himself met the Great Serpent and returned with wisdom, knowledge. There
The
is
Pilgrim
no
did the
way
same
for
thing.
any of us to return to verify what the Starborn have claimed is real. That is not the same at all.
Let's see where it leads, what Unity is. We need to finish what we started. There's too much at stake to do anything else. I really want to see this through and I need your support. It's okay to be sad. This is usually... I'm scared. I don't want to leave this universe and not be able to come back to it.
Even if everything the Starborn have said is true, if you pass into this Unity and come out in some other universe, look at who they are, and what they have become. They have the faces and voices of people you know, but are nothing like them. Are you not at all worried that the same fate would befall you? That you would become someone unrecognizable to the rest of us?
No. Because I'm not going through the gate. I want to go to the Unity and then I want to say, nah, I don't want this. Looks like taking risks, venturing. I understand what you're saying, but I have to see it's all just a theory on board. Is this about the Unity or is it about us? I mean, both.
Can it not be about both?
Exactly.
We have been through a great deal together. If you go into this Unity, we have no idea whether we would ever see each other again. Or, if we did, would we be the same? Different versions of ourselves somehow? That is not a risk I think I wish to take.
I agree. I want to go there and say, hey, here's the Unity, and then shut it down. I don't want this. This is what exploring is about, taking risks. I understand what you're saying, but I have to see this through. This is all just theory.
That feels very much like you are just trying to delay this conversation as long as possible.
No.
But you are not
Yes.
wrong. And certainly, at this point, we would not want the artifacts falling into any other hands. We should get back to it. Now that we know what to work towards, there's no time to waste.
Space it up correctly. We can. I am just gonna ditch that immediately. It's not worth keeping for the value. I've already had a rattler.
Are you quite sure you don't want to hold on to that?
Absolutely. That's like 3. I have 3.
Voltaire really is something else. A
Malcolm
supercomputer
Fields,
so
not Malcolm.
powerful they put it
Alright,
on the
not
damn
Ian
moon
Malcolm.
to keep it cool. Although by that logic they should be running it purely in the vacuum of space. But hey, good marketing material. I've been spending some off hours running some dumb simulations just because I can. My favorite so far is simulating the sound of every duck on Earth quacking after receiving a piece of bread. You didn't know you wanted a real-time sim of feeding all the ducks, but now you have it. You're welcome, humanity.
Interesting. Okay. That's a bat ball cap. Why a bat ball? Is that when they play in the future? Bat ball? Yeah, alright, let's go into this room. Looking for the other slates. Oh, we got an advanced lock safe. And then I need you. So that's the top one done. And then that's that one done, right? Like that. Yep, that makes sense. Pow! 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 Calibrated, converted, calibrated Kraken. All barrel laser sight reflects large muzzle brake. Thank you.
It would seem that the occupants left in a hurry. Hopefully for no reason we need to be concerned about.
Yep. I didn't pick up on that. I'm glad you did. This is just... This is just an airlock out, right? So if we hear that airlock going, we'll know somebody's coming for us. Okay, we got a computer. Just looking around at everything first of all. They still had chunks even back then. Where's 4?
Okay, confession
Back on
time.
fields again.
Being single on a moon base is the worst. I only get like an hour to use the communication link to Earth every couple of days. And let me tell you, there's long distance dating, and then there's like long distance dating, you know? Oh, hey there, I'm a scientist, deadly employed, willing to take you out for coffee in like 6 months when I'm back from space. It's not a great opening line.
You seriously can't get a date? You're an astronaut.
Hey, no one asked you.
What is... That's an origami sculpture? It's made of paper? That's impressive. Farming outfit. What does the farming outfit get you? +5 health and O2. I hate those things. They're all the same. Give me things which are different and changed all the time. That's what I want. So that I can pick a thing that I want. Hey, Slick 5 in the toaster.
Get jealous? You know, the crew in the shipyard? Building the actual vessels that are gonna travel the stars?
We're literally on a base on the moon.
Oh, come on, Sabina. I'm trying to share my dreams here.
Well, your dreams are always out there and never here where the rest of us live. Can't you just be happy doing your job?
No!
Where's the fun in that?
Exactly! I don't know how to get at the things that are in there. Blender base. I don't need a blender base. Still looking for number 2 for some reason. Oh, where I've restricted equipment key. Alright, well we'll have that just in case. Have galactic research. Voltaire. I want to remind the research team that Voltaire is a highly proprietary supercomputer that is currently being constructed exclusively for use in Project Prism. It's not meant for your own personal projects. Yes, it's amusing to see how many decimal points of pi it can calculate, and how many bits of encryption it can brute force, or whether you can simulate table tennis with a perfect aerodynamic simulation. But there will be time for that later. For now, I need everyone concentrating on hitting our deadline. We're developing exciting new aerospace technology with our partner and client. That should be more than enough to keep anyone from being bored. Okay, Project Prism Lawn, play the recording on the horse. We're on the roof and we need to find the other ones. We're happy to announce the first test launch of Project Prism will be held today. I'd like everyone to suit up and join us on the roof at 9 EDT. Reminders to please sync all watches to Eastern Daylight Time. Our partner will be on the radio on the launch. We'll be recording the event, so be on your best behaviour. Alright, we're still missing 2. Or number 2. Found 1 in here. Or, sorry, in here. No, in here. Alright, so let's go upstairs and see if we can find it. Here we got a science crate. Unlock with the restricted equipment key. Slate 6.
When I accepted the assignment up here, we were told to bring a couple of personal items. Some psychological studies said it helped when you're away from Earth this long. I brought my grandmother's old abacus. I would play with it on her lap, and she'd teach me the Russian for all the numbers. She, just got word that she passed. The next shuttle isn't for 3 months, so I won't be able to go to the funeral. Goodbye, Babushka. Thank you for teaching me math. It brought me to the moon.
So now we get a panic got on it. Nothing much, alright. A Berserker Coachman. Just more damage and less armor. Please. No thanks. I mean, all guns do more damage the less armor one has. One in that case being the target and not you. Can't seem to find number 2, unless number 2 is, you know, purposely hidden in a place. That's where I got 1 from. Right. Alright, okay. So, been in here and I searched all of these. It's not on top of you. Protein bars, that's not in here. Gains, pain. Right, let's try this door. See if we got a slate in here on the floor or something. In the bin. Nope. Let's check it's not behind the door. It's not in there. I know, run daily diagnostics. Yeah, we tried that. There was nowhere up here. Alright, where am I? Now what? We're going down and out, are we? Before we do that, you... Aha, here's... No, that's a notepad, damn it. like to find point 2 or plate 2, but I can't find it. Oh well, I guess I'll have to find it another time. What? Why am I going back? Oh, because Elias Cartwright is tagged. Oh. Play the recording on the roof. If you're building something for the moon, do you build it with the idea that you can just jump up here, or do you build it with steps and everything, I wonder? Play the recording on the roof. What I would do if I knew where it was. But I don't. I mean, this has got to be the roof, right? Ah. Ha.
Engine spin-up time almost complete.
I shouldn't be able to hear this, but okay.
5 minutes, 22 seconds. Right on schedule.
How are the helium-3 valves holding, Nova?
We double-checked the leakage concerns this morning before the launch. All signs green.
Any changes to the calculation sequence from Voltaire?
No changes since we uploaded the last videos yesterday. It's a clean shot from here to Jupiter.
One day the computer will be on board the spaceship. Just imagine that.
One miracle of science at a time, Canaveral. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Canaveral, are you reading?
All clear, Nova. Indicators look good. The ship should be cruising Jupiter's orbit right now. Visual confirmation will be possible in 32 minutes. Afraid the speed of light is on the slow side these days.
How does it feel to break the laws of physics, Canaveral?
We're all pretty excited down here in NASA, I won't lie.
Excited enough to tell me where you got the original data?
Not in a million years, Nova.
Go to NASA? On the Earth? I mean, I cannot find this second slate, wherever it is. Optional, collect all the slates. So, are you directing me towards the other slate? Because that would be great. Oh.
Nova Galactic Project Log, Principal Engineer Lang.
Just looking at it because it's the wrong way round.
I admit, this is not the most disciplined team I've ever run. Malcolm keeps stealing computational time on Voltaire and thinks I don't know this. And Sabina's been distracted lately, but won't tell anyone why.
No, I know.
I really should demand answers from both of them. But honestly, I'm too preoccupied with this contract. We all are. Despite anything going on in our personal lives, there's something special about what we're building here.
Alright, I got all the slates. No, well. Unfortunately, you have to go in by the landing, not that I can't use the docking tube at the top.
Word, and we shall be on our way.
I mean, alright. I'm going to NASA on Earth. That's, alright. That's a place.
Let's see what's on this ball.
I know what's on this ball.
How
Earth.
can I be of service, Captain?
You can't. Yeah, I definitely don't have enough. Not carrying enough to upgrade my thing. 1 Earth gravity. Just not interested in you guys anymore. Because even if I kill one of you, there's an infinite number of you out there. There's an infinite number of the person that I killed out there. Whether they became Starborn or not. Yep, just slurp up those resources as they go past.
To think that towers like this were once absolutely essential to ensuring our survival. And now here they are, buried and forgotten.
They weren't essential. Well, I guess they were if we were trying to get off the Earth. Alright, well there's a way inside.
Perhaps an elevator will allow us to access what lies beneath all this dust.
Exactly. Power required. Well, we got a battery here. Which I can put in here. Okay, you're not coming at me. That's good to know. This isn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a way up. I mean, I guess maybe it... No, I can't go keep climbing. Okay, but there's trauma pack, an emergency kit. I'll have the antibiotics as well while I'm here. Alright, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Alright. There's no... If I do this, it's just going to close the door. Ah, maybe I can get in through here? No. Okay, this is showing how you... Right. Look, there's stuff in there, and you can get there if you go round.
Stiffens the joints, lowers reaction times.
Yeah. I mean, this really does not look like Earth. When I jump, and I only go a little way up, I'm on an alien planet. I should be able to jump higher than that. Obviously, I'm not. I'm on Earth. A barren and desolate place. Some power over here. Oh, not some... I mean, lights. NASA notebook. Oh, it was just a NASA. It doesn't have anything on it. That's a shame. I still don't want you. Or you. Or a folder. You're telling me nobody wants these NASA notebooks? They are the start of how we do things here, of how we came out into the stars, and nobody values them. It's from Earth. Maybe I should be looking for a way inside the ship rather than inside this. I don't know. You scared me, Andresia. Coming around the other way, I thought, ah, no, there's a starborn or something. You can't go down to go up. Oh, maybe I should be going just climbing. What have we got over there? Cave, okay. There's nothing that lives on this planet, so... I need to make my way all the way to the top in order to... Is there a walkway to cross up there? Yeah, sort of. Stop. Stop making those noises. I mean, you can come here and there's loads of crafting materials for you. Alright, have we got a... Oh. Is that a door? I don't want to fall all the way down again, so I don't really feel like trying to jump that little area and then going, ah, you can't do it. Ah, Digipick. I'm surprised you have a
This
Digipick.
work would not have been done if the ship had not meant to launch. A shame.
It did launch though, didn't it? Or maybe this was a different ship. Not the one that we heard. Toy rocket! Oh, NASA snow globe! Yeah! I finded it! The NASA snow globe. You can't hide things from me. Reminder! Blank. Ah, okay. This is the door that I was seeing from the outside. I thought I would have to jump and grab up and be on that ledge just to be there. Nope. Oh, there's an iso-centered magnet, and there's another one inside there. Alright, well, before we go any further, I thought... Oh no, obviously not. This will not get us where we want to go. I thought there was like a lift or something powered over here that I saw. Obviously not. Oh, no, maybe. No, just an alternate way to get across there. Instead of out of those doors. Alright, okay.
It seems the only thing lacking is power. With it, this elevator should still function.
This elevator? No, this is not. Is this an elevator? Maybe it is. Glad I picked up that power cell from below, because, you know, I thought I might need it. No, that's not an elevator. Don't almost push me off the side, please. Unlocked with NASA access code. Where did I get that from? Is that the one that Sarah gave me? Explore skip pack. Explore space hill. Aha! Oh, and there are 2 batteries here already. Well, I got 1. Oh, that's cool. I thought you needed a second battery. Alright, well I picked up another battery just in case I need one along the way. Now let's have a look at these things I picked up. Emergency power cell. Explore skip pack. Skip capabilities. Well, before we go anywhere, let's do a quick save. Oh, and now I can't see all the new stuff that I got, can I? No. Right. I want to put on the Explore skip pack and see how the skip pack works. Okay, and if I am running and I... No, it still seems to work. I don't know. I've seen complaints online about, hey, the skip pack doesn't work properly. Because the spacebar doesn't work for skip packs. No. That seems to work. Are you on? I'm going to push the button. You coming? I mean, I know you don't actually have to get in the lift, but it's just the way it works for companions, eh?
Whoever once used this room probably never could have imagined all that has happened since it was built.
I mean, no. Nobody could have imagined that. I'll have to turn the flashlight on and off. Alright, we'll turn it off right now. I mean, I don't think anybody can imagine all of the things that will happen after their lifetime. I mean, we have a hard enough time working out about thinking about things after what happens at all after our lifetime. Launch procedures. Remember, the final vitals and suit seal checks are essential. Yes, we've come a long way as far as tolerances, but the number of people cleared for launch is much higher than it used to be. But these people's yes, the number of people cleared for launch is much higher than it used to be, but these people's lives are still in our hands. I know there's rumours that the next launch is slated to be cancelled. Let's not have that be on us. Assume it's go time every time. Your professionalism is what makes space travel just a little bit safer. And we can use every ounce we can get. Access station logs. Error, archives damaged. Running system recovery, partial recovery. Delivery from Mars.
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatian. The recent delivery from Mars is unsettling. I was expecting rock samples or maybe fossils of microbial life. Instead, Dr. Victor Isa comes with 2 members of the military. Everything they brought back is under wraps. What could a theoretical physicist need with a sample from Mars?
Is it one of the artifacts? Is it the artifact we found?
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatian. I've been trying to cozy up to Dr. Isa, Victor, to see what is going on. His team has completely commandeered one of the labs with those 2 military handrails, checking who comes in and out. I joked that maybe he found a little gray man and was doing an autopsy, and he grew very pale. 2 days later, he sends me a request asking for more information on my background in materials science, metallurgical engineering.
Yeah.
We have a meeting tomorrow. I think I'm being invited into the lab.
Or they're going to kill you because you're guessing.
Station log. Dr. Judith Satien. I have never been so nervous since I defended my dissertation. 4 hours talking to Victor and his team about theoretical metals, atomic bonding, even a half-hour divergence into magnetism that I'm pretty sure was to throw me off the trail of what we were actually talking about. Then, I got to see the lab.
Actually.
I don't know how much I should say, but the periodic table just got thrown out the window.
I mean, makes sense. If it was one of the artifacts. Oh, no, we can't go that way. It's caved in. Where are we? Are we going down? I mean, we must be. I thought we were going up to the spaceship.
It would seem there is more here to explore. Shall we?
Yes, that's why I'm ahead. Common manufacture. This item can be used for crafting. Let's turn everything on. Isotopic coolants. Yeah, you've got all kinds of crafting materials down here. And a NASA mug. What are you? Oh. I want to get in there. There's a mug. There's another snow globe. And whatever that is. Skip hack. Or one of the very first O2 things, maybe. I could have just pressed 1 or 2 or whatever, yeah.
NASA was very proud of all that it accomplished. I suppose they had a right to be.
I was going to say, rightfully so. It's surprising that they're still using the same old computers that we're using. I'm not quite sure how... I mean, if they had the artifacts... Developed by the Apollo mission to reach Earth's moon, the F1 engine is a single nozzle, liquid-fueled rocket engine that could generate over 6 million newtons of thrust each. 5 of these would be used in Saturn V's super heavy lift launch vehicle. The power of the F1 was critical in providing the necessary lift to launch rockets from the surface of the Earth towards the stars. Leaving Earth forever. In 2150, scientists first predicted the destruction of our beloved Earth. No, they didn't. Scientists predicted that ages ago. But anyway, atmospheric phenomena would cause breathable air to sputter outside of Earth's gravity, dooming all life that remained. An estimated 50 years until the end has given NASA and the other space agencies around the world the opportunity to migrate humanity away from certain death into the stars. Thanks, in part, to the development of the grav drive, humanity will live on. Oh, it's still the same one. Alright. Cornered calibrated XM2311 pistol. Corner decreased damage as health decreases. It does 76 damage with 45 caliber. 9 in a magazine. 67 fire rate, which isn't horrible. Range is a bit bad. The accuracy is off. Okay. Not horrible. Not brilliant either. I didn't need... Did I? I didn't just do that myself, did I? Right? No, they're bullet resistant. This was already smashed. Technician's Explorer's Pack. Minus 15% damage from robots. Okay. Don't need that. Not even worth it for the value ratio. The Mars. Look for the Opportunity rover on Mars. The Mars Exploration Rover program launched in 2003 and allowed for the remote exploration and study of Mars. 2 twin rovers were made, nicknamed Spirit and Opportunity. When Spirit ceased communication functions in 2010, the Opportunity rover continued operations well into 2018, exceeding its initial planned time by over 14 years. Okay. Is that important? I mean, I got the quest log which said do it. So I assume so, but I don't know why. Close for remodeling. I mean, I'd like to know more about the Grav drive. Project Prism. NASA partnered with Nova Galactic, the creators of a Voltaire supercomputer, on an ambitious aeroscope project to pull gravity itself. The result was the first spacecraft capable of faster than light travel. First successful voyage saw astronauts reaching Jupiter in moments. What would have previously taken years? That would have previously taken years. Same stuff? Same stuff. That's part of the Clover Group. Yeah, okay, we know that. This is... Oh, okay, that's just telling us more about it. Here we are, living outside Earth. While long-term missions in space began in the late 1990s with programs such as the International Space Station, humanity began living on other planets almost 100 years later. Small outposts of 5 or fewer scientific research teams eventually gave way to entire colony efforts on Mars and other orbiting bodies in our solar system. That's the International Space Station. Have we got nothing talking about that here? Lunar rover from 1970 to 1972. The lunar rover was used for the last Apollo missions and could carry 2 astronauts. The chevron tread pattern on the wheels made from titanium to help maintain traction on the moon's surface. The rover was also fully electric and ran on batteries, whose power was intended to last for the duration of the mission. Mercury suit. Adapted from a design originally intended for a high-altitude aircraft, the Mercury spacesuit would undergo several modifications to deal with pressure, oxygen, and thermal considerations. Even though the cabin of the Mercury spacecraft itself protected against the rigors of space travel, redundancy has always been key. In the event that the cabin were to depressurize and expose astronauts to the vacuum of space, the Mercury spacesuits would be able to offer a critical extra layer of defense. I am trying to remember the name of the comic book series, which was a limited series of like 3 issues, where it was Britain who first got into space, where they didn't do that, and they had a bloody nice cockpit, I think they described it like that, and it was completely pressurized inside the cockpit, and it had like traditional sort of aircraft seats and stuff, and the people just got into them and they just wore like trousers and a blazer and a shirt and everything. Just a typical suit sort of thing. Mercury from 1958 to 1963, one of humanity's first human spaceflight programs. The Mercury spacecraft was designed to fit a single person who would be sent to test a person's ability to function in space. 6 flights in total were launched, the earliest being a 15-minute suborbital flight, and the last being over 34 hours and 22 complete orbits. And yeah, so there's a lot more going on in the Britain Goes to Space thing that I cannot remember the name of. It is... I'm not going to say it's a good read, it is certainly an entertaining read, and it raises interesting points. Project Gemini. From 1965 to 66, in many ways Project Gemini was a learning mission. While NASA's ultimate goal was to put a human being on the moon, many questions had to be answered before that project, Apollo, could even begin. Gemini was tasked with answering how a person could survive in space over many days, how to connect spacecraft together, how to improve spacesuit technology to operate outside of spacecraft. Hello? Mercury back. Oh, wow. Hazard protection medic. Sensor arrays for the Mercury space helmet. Mercury spacesuit is pocketed. But wow, look at the resistances as well. But it weighs so much. Man, look at those weights. Mercury space helmet. I'll have that again. Oh, I saw you popping up and down from places. I'm willing to bet that I am now, yeah. Oh, I'm not, I don't know that I'm at 75%. 178? Maybe I am. From 1968 to 1972, Project Apollo was the first successful program to put humanity on Earth's moon. First moon landing that occurred on July 20th, 1969, was actually Apollo's 11th flight, with all previous launches testing all the modules, orbits, and other critical data needed to ensure the astronauts could reach the moon and return safely. That one, seen that one. There's a way up over there. There's a way up here as well. Something at the back here. This isn't the way we came in. Okay, it just links down to...
Looks like early testing for planetary habitats. The looks on their faces if we could show them all that we have learned.
I think they'd be pretty impressed.
This facility covered quite a range of disciplines, but I must not been kind to it.
There's still a research lab here. Oh, I still haven't got any spice or bread or noodles or any beans to put in. There's a lot of stuff here, but I don't know that... there's a thing on the other side, alright. Okay, that one's for the bottom with a single to finish it off. And I need a 3 like that. Alright, yep, let's do you. Okay, and then I'm looking for a 1, 2, 3, 1. So you, this way round maybe? No, getting that one. That doesn't work, does it? So like that? Yep.
succeed at that before we are discovered.
Demoralizing calibrated old Earth pistol. Antiseptic explorers. Plus 25 airborne resistance. Okay. Molecular Steve, Molecular Steve. I don't think I finished learning all the things that I could have done in the other place, but I don't know. Find deep recon space helmet and a monopropeller. I don't want either of those. Ah, yeah, found a way in. I'm exploring so many things here. I'm so many levels deep, and I don't know if I really need to be. Power required. Well, I happen to have a battery with me. Desk phone? Oh my god. It's from Earth. I should be able to get billions for it. There's loads of stuff down here. I don't know that any of it is in any way useful to me. It's not a dungeon in the traditional sense, in that there are no enemies, I was going to say.
If there was something out there, it's gone now.
No, it isn't. Did I pick up something that was a disassembler? A demoralizer. Instigating deals double damage. Radioactive randomly deals radiation damage and demoralizes the target. And demoralizing, small chance to demoralize the target. No, I haven't got anything like that. Okay. Somebody else shooting me? We're done.
Did they have anything of... Do you think Vasco would see his likeness in this one?
Don't know why. I don't know why I'm here. There's nothing in particular that I want. Maybe I should just leave. But, you know, I've made it here now. be a pain to make it all the way back here later. Okay, that's only this one, which is somewhere up here, like that. No, not quite like that. Other way around. That's the only way it can go. It can't go further up. It can't go further down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You. You can go there, and then we can have a 2. Except we don't have a 2, so not you, but a double 3 like that, and like that, and then you further around. Ah, more power needed. Turret control. Turret control. Okay, so it can be any of those. So then 1, 2, 3. Let's find that. It's probably you. No, it can't be because you're not there. So you? No, because you're not far enough around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it could be a 4, except it can't be a 4 and a 2. So both of you are useless, so I'm just looking at these 3. So if I do that one, then I'm looking for... No, I am looking... Does that one work as a 2? No. So it has to be a 3-2, but not that one. Because you have to go somewhere, and you can't go there, and you can't go anywhere in there. You have to be that, or that. So let's start with that. And then you would fit there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So double 3. No signal. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I mean, maybe I could have snuck back here somehow. Oh, okay, that needs power, doesn't it? Why? Where am I going? What am I finding? I need a power. Alright, I need to find another battery. Or a way to create one. I don't see an industrial workbench around here. He said, walking right past an industrial workbench, probably. Alright, let's have a look in here. Alright, so I've made it all the way down here, and I don't have the thing that I need. That is... I mean, it's not frustrating, because, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. We can't do anything with you. I assume I can't... Well, I mean, I have to go all the way back and get another one from somewhere else. I can't remember where I last saw one. So, on this puzzle, as we're, you know, a few minutes over time anyway, I think, and I can't hack my way through, and I don't even know why, I think this is where we're going to end for the day. I might go back and get a power thing, just so that I can come back here, and then, you know, save here for another day, for tomorrow, because as I've said, tomorrow is Tuesday. No, tomorrow is Wednesday, and today, Tuesday, is the last day that I will be doing a long stream, at least until Friday. Short stream tomorrow, no stream on Thursday. Back on Friday, possibly with another longer stream. Who knows? I'm not sure yet. Depends on what's going on. But let me just say thank you for having been here. Why, without you here, I would be nothing. And you make me something, so I appreciate you. And it doesn't matter whether you're here in person or later on the VOD. The same feelings go to you, no matter how you do this. As I say, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back for a usual length stream. But until then, I have been Richard, and this whole thing around us has been LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now, limited time offer, no vowels, and you have fun, and stay weird.